everyone, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak and I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I'd like to welcome you here today. Today I'm doing another card that we created at my recent Stampin' Bingo event. We had 3 make and takes. There's another video that I just did using the products in this suite. Let me pull that card of abstract impressions along with the Springtime Impression Thinlit dies. And this was the other card that I have a video on, so be sure to go on back if you haven't seen that one yet and check out how I created that. Now this card is again using Abstract Impressions photopolymer stamp set along with the Springtime Impression Thinlit dies, which if you purchase the 2 of these together as a bundle, you will save 10%, which is always great. We always, I don't know about you, I know everybody always likes to save a little bit of money. All right, so we are actually, well, this card was created originally by Jill Olsen, and I want to thank Jill for sharing her talents and her card idea, and I just thought it was just perfect for what I needed. So thank you, Jill. So not my idea. That's the wonderful thing about being a part of Stampin' Up! Is that there are thousands of other demonstrators that are so willing to share their ideas, their talents, and it's just a great family. And I've been with Stampin' Up! Now for the past 18 years, and I just don't know what my life would be without it. So thank you again, Jill, for this great card idea. And by the way, starting July 1st through July 31st, and it's the year 2018, depending on when you're watching this video, we are offering if you sign on to be a part of the Stampin' Up! Family for $99, you receive your choice of $125 of product. And for this month, you can choose a color set of ink pads, perfectly whatever ones you want, absolutely free, which is a special bonus. And I mean, it's totally up to you what colors you choose, and it's just a great deal. So if you're interested in that, head on over to my online store, my aka demonstrator website at stampinsucreates.stampinup.net, and check that out. But again, that will start July 1st, which today it's June 28th, so just a couple days, but this will give you enough time to pick out whatever free product you want in your kit. $125 worth, free shipping on your kit that comes to you. You get catalogs and you get everything you need to start your own business or to just go ahead and do it just as a hobby demonstrator. You're more than welcome to do that as well. Okay, so let's get on with the card. So I have a piece of, this is part of the papers in this suite of products. These are 6x6 papers. There are 12 different designs, and you get 4 of each. So flowers aren't your thing. Flip it on over and look at these beautiful designs on the back. So you are going to love that paper. I have just a little tiny scrap of that, and that is 1x3. I'm going to use my triple banner punch. Let me unlock it. And first off, I'm just going to stick that all the way in and punch it, and there we are, the perfect banner. Move that off to the side, so we'll put that over there. Next up, what I want to do is I used what is the name of this punch? Anyhow, sorry, I don't have it readily available what the name of this punch is, but it's one of our punches in our current catalog. I punched out 2 of them, and what I want to do is I'm going to take the lovely lipstick ink pad, and I want to stamp the saying that comes in the stamp set. It says, "There's so much to love about you." And I'm just going to stamp that right there. I'm going to clean it over here on my cleaning pad. I'm going to leave that ink pad open. Move this out of the way because I'm going to need it eventually. Now I'm using another one of our new ink colors called Blueberry Bushel. And don't you love the new designs of these ink pads? I know I do. They're just so much easier to open and close. So I'm going to take the Blueberry Bushel And I'm going to stamp this. It looks a little light, but we'll see. There we go. That looks great. All right, so I'm going to put that aside. All right, and I'm going to leave that ink pad open as well. Now I also punched out two more, one in the lovely lipstick and one in the blueberry bushel, and I cut one in half. Okay, so then what I want to do is on the back of this one, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive, and I'm just going to put this right on the edge. Just like that. And then the other side on this edge. So out of one punch, you really can do some layering with that. Look at that. Perfect, right? I'm going to take the other one and I'm going to cut it in half this way. So this one is going to go on the top and the bottom. Just like this. Alrighty. And there we go. You may have to do a little bit of trimming there, just scooch it over a little bit. Let's just do a little trimming because the fast fuse, I don't really think I'm going to get away with being able to move that. Alright. There we go. So there's our little sayings. I'm going to put them over here. So remind me if I'm looking for them. They're over there. Okay, so we're going to be able to create two cards with one. I'm not sure what that one's for. So we have one card base, and this is cut at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then we have another one which is cut at 11 by 4 1/4 and it's scored at 5 1/4. Okay, so let's put that one aside. So we'll start with this one. And I used the Whisper White cardstock, and I cut out one of these beautiful pieces from the Stunning Springtime Impression Thinlit dies. I'm just going to put this right on top with the white on white. Let me flip it over this way. There we go. It doesn't matter, but it's going to go there. I'm using Call Me Clover, and I just did that. Look. I'm going to use my little Stampin' scrub and my Stampin' mist on my thumb. So, I don't have a green thumb, but in stamping, I do. I just wiped out my pants. Whatever. Alright, so we have the lovely lipstick, we have the blueberry bushel, we have the Call Me Clover, and we have Mango Melody. I don't know if that little juppie on there. I'm not going to touch it because I already got myself in trouble. And then I have some sponge daubers. So I have one for each color. And yep, these were used because, again, these were cards we created at my Stampin' Bingo. So if you missed out, you'll still get to see the cards we did. So I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to hold this on here. I'm going to go with my dauber. I'm going to kind of outline and just outline the leaves. Sometimes you may not want to go ahead and pick up a little bit darker color. Totally up to you how you want to do this. These are little leaves here and there. Let's go ahead a little darker. And what always happens with this, and I noticed the women that were stamping too, they're like, oh, I forgot this leaf. Oh, I forgot that leaf. But that happens. You just go back and grab it again and go ahead and add some more. Alright, so there's the green. I'm going to go ahead with the mango. And I'm going to pick some color here. I'm also going off a little bit too to kind of fill in some of the other colors. And if you overlap with your colors, that just adds a lot more interest to your design. Alrighty, let's go with the blueberry bushel. Now those big roses, I'm leaving those definitely for the lovely lipstick, because I just think that would be great for that flower. But again, you know, you can totally do these whatever colors you like. I'm going to go over a little bit over these too. Alright, and now let's go ahead with the rose. Now, Jill had a great idea. She said go heavy in the center and then go light on the outside. You could even do a little bit of rubbing if you want. Just go, whoop. You don't want to do that though, so you do want to be careful. So let's go ahead and get this one. You probably could use a little bit of adhesive on the back of this stencil. And, you know, go ahead and, you know, this way it'll kind of hold on, won't move for you. Now, this is where the magic comes. Look at this. Look at, see, we have two components to our card. Don't you love that? Now, if you want to soften this up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and take one of my sponges, and I'm just going to go into this this yellow color and just kind of add just a little bit more interest. Don't want to do it too much with the dauber, because what will happen with that is you'll end up like when you go to, you know, push your dauber, you're going to get a circle like that. So a sponge kind of gives it a little bit of softer look. There we go. I like that. All right. Now, so I don't end up with any more green fingers, I'm going to go ahead and close up these ink pads, because I'm done with this. If you find it's a little hard, now when they're new they're hard, push from that end. And this green one's really hard. I'm going to go ahead and get a candle, rub some wax on the edge of that. That'll help it glide a little smoother. Push this with that finger. Flip that. And our lipstick. There we go. Okay, let's get these little guys out of the way. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to bring in our other card base. Now I am going to bring in my silicone mat for this. And I'm going to take some of this Tombow glue, squeeze it on here, because as you know, this will wipe right off of here. I'm going to turn this upside down and go with my sponge on the back of it to add my adhesive. Isn't that a great idea? I learned that from another demonstrator friend. I don't really remember who it was, but it was someone that is a demonstrator. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add this. Let's flip this way to our card here on the front. Just like that. And we'll go ahead and add, let's do the blue one. And I have my Stampin' dimensionals here. And just don't be stingy with your dimensionals now, because they're really inexpensive. And you don't want, oh, what happened to that one? Okay. That one got stuck on top of another one, same as that. You don't want to be stingy with your dimensionals, because what's going to happen is you're going to have saggy centers. Alright, so let's put this here for that card. And then for this card, I'm going to go ahead and put this. Oh, let's do it the other side. Put this here. And a few dimensionals on the back of there. And we will be good to go. Alright. Oh, that's a little crooked. Sometimes I have issues with being straight on my cards. Alright, so there we have it. There is two beautiful cards. That one is used as a stencil, and one, the stencil is used on the card. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. Head on over to stampinsuecreates.stampinup.net if you're interested in ordering product or checking out my upcoming events. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.